All right, I got a 2017 Lexus ES350. Gotta change the door actuators on the front two doors. Again, this is a Lexus ES350. Gotta change the door actuators. All right, so I'm about to take the door panel off. We have one screw here. There is one screw underneath here. I'm going to use a trim tool to take this off. There's a screw behind here. One more. And there's a screw underneath here. Those are the 4 screws that I take off, and then I can pop the door off. Here is a new door actuator that I have to put here. This is the new one. The trim tool helps a lot for popping these little pieces out. Just pops right up, nice and easy. All right, got all of the screws exposed. Getting ready to take those out. 4 screws and the one here. All right, got the door panel off. Now the inside of the door, where the lock connects, disconnect the locks and the windows, disconnect the seat adjustment, memory adjustment. Now to figure this out. Took the 2 wires out. They pop out very easy. Green is on the bottom, white is on the top. Now to get this part taken apart. All right, so I just took my time and peeled this plastic back, and remember, green goes on the bottom when it's connected to the door lock switch, and I disconnect that, which was connected to the actuator. So now to unscrew those 3, and I'll bring the actuator out. All right, so I got the old one out. It takes a little bit of wiggling around in here because it's really tight. You gotta turn it this way and turn it that way. Just take your time. You might have to give it a little pull to get it out, but it comes out, and I still have the wires attached. So I'm gonna attach the wires to the new one and just wiggle it back in there, and I think I should be good. All right. So the bottom part is in this little compartment. You just pop that open from the side with the flathead screwdriver. Opens right up. And inside of that was just this little piece wire here. All right, so I just put that little zigzag wire right in there, locked it in here. This piece is connected, and bent that piece down. And now to wiggle it back in here, get that lined up, get one of the screws lined up with one of the holes. That way I can get it locked in and start putting this thing back together. Okay, so after you get the actuator in place, there is a rod that connects to the outer door handle that goes on the back side of the actuator in this spot where the yellow plastic is. It just goes through there. So that rod, you can only get to front. There it is right there with that red on it. That's the rod that goes through. You can't see it with the camera. Trying to get in there. But anyway, on the back side, it goes through that silver piece directly in the middle, and that's what opens the door from the outside. It's that rod. It has to come down, and it has to go through this piece right here. Silver piece with the yellow plastic it goes through that hole, and that pushes down to open the door. So after you get the actuator in, you have to do that. Get that piece in there, and then you can get everything all buttoned up. All right, so the door actuator is in. I just got it in and barely got the screws in. It's actually pretty easy to get in. Just kind of take your time, maneuver it a little bit, angle it. You got to get that first piece around. You got to get that first piece around that, I guess, the window track. Once you get that piece in the back, see that screw, you get that around that window track, then you're good. It goes right in there. Pretty easy. So I'm about to get all this back together. Remember to run the wire through the plastic and then connect it. The green goes on the bottom. Yeah, and then just get everything else back hooked up. All right, so we got the sticky plastic back up there. It sticks pretty good because the stuff's pretty sticky. Connector. Get it hooked up. All right, so that's connected, and yeah, just get the rest of this stuff hooked back up. All right, we got the door back together, got all the pieces in place, the screws back where they're supposed to be, got everything put back together. It wasn't too bad, nice and easy, just take your time. Had to crawl under to get this light back where it's supposed to attach in here. The hardest part was probably trying to wiggle out the door actuator. Now we're gonna give it a test. Everything is working fine. Door lock is working like it's supposed to. All right, I took a little break when it got lunch now to do the other side. I know what I got to do now, so this shouldn't take me as long. Take the screw out from there in the door handle. Take that off, a screw behind there and one there. Got the screws out. Door panel is get ready to pop that out. Door trim tool pops this out very easily. Disconnect the two pieces for the lock in the window. And now to take the door panel off. Door panel is off nice and easy. Disconnect the wires just like last time. Got the light out of there, those two pieces. Now for the fun part. Pull the plastic back, plastic seal. Just took the 3 screws out. Now to wiggle this part out again. Get it around that door trim. Get that where that screw is. Get that around that door mirror track, and that should be good to go. Got that out very quick. Now to pry this up so I can get the other piece in, and then open this, pry this open, get that little zigzag wire in, and then get the other one wiggled back in. All right, we got the old one disconnected, the new one connected. Now to get it back through here, get everything lined up, get the screws back in. All right, got the new one in. Takes a little bit of wiggling to get it in. Take your time. You're gonna have to push up against your outer door panel just a little bit. You get the first bolt lined up, you put the screw in, then you're good to go from there. Make sure that's lined up. Make sure you run your wires through your plastic. This has to run through the plastic, then connect to that. Yeah, run this through the plastic, then connect it to this. Then you got your window unlock connector when you get your door panel back on, and that's it. All right, so I got everything back together, got the door panel pop back on. Now I just got to do the 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and get this back on, and then that's it. And then I test it, make sure everything's good. All right, so we got everything popped back in, everything's back connected, so we can give it a test, see if this door actuator is working. Yep, and we're good to go. Glad to get this fixed because my door actuator went out and everything's back working.